Hello, everybody. Welcome to It's 5 o'clock somewhere, a drunken talk show where anything goes. I'm your host, Doge Cola, and this is our
Epaulet Laval?
bartender, Epaulet. Oh, Laval. You're getting all fancy now with your last name.
Well,
Nice.
you gotta get crazy. So,
So,
so
Epaulet, how was your weekend? How was your week?
well, I was at work, so it was pretty shitty. I mean, honestly, like it could always be better. I can not be at work,
Mm,
but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, yeah.
gotta do what
Oh,
you
we
gotta
should
do.
mention again. I know the people that just entered. If you want to be a guest on our show today, we have Janos.
Yano. Hano.
Janos.
Hano.
Janos, actually. Yes, that's right. And he filled out the application, and there we go. So
Yeah.
let's do it.
5somewhereshow@gmail.com. Send us an email. We'll reply as soon as we can. Anyway, news. You got any news articles? I don't think you do, but I think recently what happened today, which I think if anybody's paying attention to the news, some sad bit of news this day. Eddie Van Halen has passed away.
Oh,
Rock
geez.
star legend. I didn't want to start the show on a bummer, but that's
Hello.
that's why we have. That's why
Yes.
we're drinking. That's why we're
I
drinking.
have a joke.
Yeah.
To Eddie Van
You wanna-
Halen, anybody who has a
Jesus.
drink out there today, why don't we drink?
Jesus was pink hair.
Mhm.
Oh,
No,
okay.
nice. So,
I have a
Epaulet, you
question.
two, we will save
I have a
questions for
question.
later on in the show.
Yeah.
I have
And
a
if
question.
Is this not
that is great. So you can raise your hand, and we will get to your questions.
Okay, I raised my hand.
I'm sorry, it's the raise hand
Let's-
tool.
Okay, oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to give you a megaphone.
You muted
We don't.
me.
Yes, I know. I just said I didn't mean to do that.
Why would you do that?
Well, give us your question, love, and then we will get on with the show.
Okay,
I think someone's a
I
little
have-
bit drunker than we are right now.
I have a joke.
Anyway,
All right.
alriady.
You wanna listen
Epaulet, I
to
heard you used to bartend
Of
in
course we do.
Florida, South Florida. What was that like?
What was it like to
I have a
bartend
joke.
in South
Excuse me, can I
Florida?
ask you to...
Well, Doge, I'll be honest. Like,
I
South Florida was a very crazy place, and it was like a little bit
I have a
too
joke.
sexual for me. Like, not for me, but like,
I have a joke.
I mean, I was a lost. I am sorry. I am muting you. Thank you.
yeah.
And so, so like, I still remember one time I was working in a club, and I'm working, and at the end of my bar, there's like this guy just like jerking off.
Jesus Christ.
And I mean, I'm just looking at him like, holy shit, man! Like, this is crazy. And you got to realize, like, back there, like, and like, not just jerking off, like this guy was beating his meat so hard, I thought he was going to be starring in the next Rocky movie. Like, oh, Adrian! Oh my God! Oh, butt kiss! Like it was crazy. Like, because like they would play porn on all in the bars and clubs in South Florida, like straight bars, gay bars, lesbian bars. Do they not have that where you go? So,
No.
so like it was really sexualized. And I swear to God, like this guy was probably at the end of the night thinking, fuck, like I'm not going to get any tonight. So especially looking like his bum ass. Like he literally he looked like shit. Like sweaty ass black shirt on, black pants and fucking like dress pants and fucking sneakers. Like I've seen, like casual Fridays people look better than this guy.
Oh man. That sounds like
Yeah.
what I'm wearing.
I bet you look really nice. So there he is, and I'm just like, he's like with the noises he's making and the fucking sounds, he's scaring away my guests. And I'm getting really frustrated. So I'm like, I'm gonna fucking go over there. I'm gonna go over there and talk to him. So I go over there, and like right after he just Apollo Creeded everywhere, I look at him straight in the eye and say, Jesus Christ, Brian, get your fucking ass back to work. I swear to God, I'm not going to be here all night because my other bartender is like fucking God knows what, jerking off someplace, not working. Oh my gosh, I couldn't fucking stand it. And I'm like, and then it was like, dude, fucking wash your hands before you fucking touch the lines. Jesus Christ, I fucking hate working here. It was ridiculous. Like I couldn't take it, you know. Like I still remember my first job. All right, my first job in Florida was working at Red Lobster. I know, dude. This place, all the fucking breads, you know,
Dude,
cheddar bay biscuits
the
you
cheddar
can eat.
biscuits. Oh my god.
Let me tell you, there's a couple people that got their cheddar bay biscuits off in that place, in my eyes. But
Oh.
yes, y'all, that's a different story, you know. So anyway, like within the first year of working in this place in South Florida, I come to find out like 7 bartenders that I worked with had fucking HIV. I kid you not, and I'm just like, yeah, I started getting really concerned. So I go to management. I'm like, hey guys, look, to be real, look, if having HIV is a requirement, like I could just serve, you know what I mean? It's not like a big deal to me. Like I don't have to bartend. I enjoy it, but you know, serving's okay.
Jeez.
But like I kid you not, it's a fucking true story. But luckily it wasn't a requirement. I can serve. I mean, I can bartend. But I still remember like the first experience I had clubbing in South Florida was like a fucking opening experience. Like I should have realized,
like
especially
opening,
like yeah, a little bit of everything. So like I should have realized, you know, just as lost from Kansas as this little lamb was, like bah, bah, because literally the first friend I made in Fort Lauderdale, she used to drive escorts to and from their gigs. That was her job, okay? When I went to career day, I don't remember seeing that shit on the list. Like, honestly, like that would have been up there like, oh my gosh, you're an escort driver? What kind of fringe benefits do you offer? So, you know what I mean? So, like, we walk into this place called Art Bar. And at first thought I was like, what kind of bougie ass place am I walking into? Like, I look good, but I wasn't like bougie like that. And I wasn't too far off. They had fine art on the walls and they offered free sushi. And I just remember that day, like I didn't eat anything. Like I was up, I wasn't working at the time and like just living up the first 2 weeks and I was enjoying it. And I was like, fuck, I'm hungry. So I broke away from Liz and I go back there and I see like 12 people around this table. And I'm like, okay, awesome. Like in this like table, like plates and shit. So I go over there and I go there and literally when I walk up to the table, I soon realize like, oh my fucking God. The fucking table, the sushi platter is like a fucking naked bitch with fucking fish on her stomach and sauces all over her stomach. And I'm just like, holy shit, where the fuck am I at? Like, I literally, my jaw was on the floor. And I just stood there for 5 minutes thinking to myself, like, wow, this is a different experience.
Yeah.
And so
Sounds
soon
fishy
enough,
to me.
yes, fishy to you. So I go there and literally like standing there for 5 minutes. And this guy turns around and looks at me and he says just like this, y'all gonna get on? Y'all gonna get on this? Am I gonna get in on this? Like, what the fuck kind of place is this? This is like the bar from like fucking Blade. You know what I mean? The vampire bar from Blade with like shittier music. Like it was fucking out of control. Like, and I get there and I'm looking around and eventually, you know, I pick up my chopsticks. I'm getting ready and she was out of sushi and they just wheeled the whole fucking table out, the whole model out and wheeled in a new model. They just wheeled in a whole new model. And thinking to myself, like,
they just wheel them out? Like,
yeah, they just wheeled her out. It's the fucking platter, like the fucking like sushi platter. And they wheeled another girl, and I was like, oh my gosh, good, because she had a much finer spread. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, she had a much finer spread. And I'll be honest, I never really enjoyed, like, you know, like eating off of a dirty sushi plate, like a dirty fish platter. Like it never really appealed to me. But you know, At the same time,
It's,
so I
it's,
grabbed.
it's crossed my mind once or twice.
Oh man, lower standards. so, so I'm getting ready to dig in. I'm enjoying it, and I'm like, they don't have like the nice like dipping sauces. I'm getting ready to enjoy some of the I hate tuna, and like I'm looking around for the different sauces. Like, oh, there's got to be like y'all have some of that spicy wasabi. Trying to enjoy some of that, and I'm looking, and it's like I got to be honest with you. The aviola cream sauce was pretty tasty. Had like it had a hint of like a silicone flavor to it. I don't know.
Nice. Yeah.
But overall, it was a very enjoyable and decent experience, you know. And as I was walking out of Art Bar, I just remember seeing a guy next to the bar fucking jerking off. And and I look at him and he says, "Hey, I'm Brian. Welcome to Fort Lauderdale." And I'm like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me." It's like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'll work with that guy later. Anyway, so we have a good show today. We have Jano's here.
We should start with our sponsor. Right?
Yeah, we do have an ad. Yeah, we do get paid for this gig.
We do have to, shamelessly self-plug sometimes. We do get paid.
You self-plug too? I do that all the time.
only sometimes. Anyway, this is how we keep our show afloat. They pay for the show, any of our alcohol expenses. So today we have a sponsor from. Let me go ahead and check.
Smile Don. Oh my gosh, that looks painful. Oh wait.
That's not our sponsor. No. Today's sponsor is from someone called Sweet Sounds, and they want to talk to you about their product, musical condoms.
Oh,
What?
So who is talking? Who's doing this one? Is this?
We are. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, the Sweet Sound musical condom is a particularly innovative brand of condom. They tell me that you can connect to wirelessly to any device with their app, and they have these special grooves in the condom, right? These special grooves and ribs in their condoms that plays a tune with the woman's vaginal canal, I believe.
Oh.
And you can record
that is
and
written for her pleasure.
It is written for her pleasure, for both her her bits and her ears. So you can make sweet music, as they say, in the bedroom.
Nice.
With the musical condom.
I mean, honestly, that sounds pretty good because usually it's just like a.
Exactly.
For me, but like in this particular case, or it's like, or in my case, like, Jesus Christ, babe, not now. I'm reading. For fuck's sakes, I'll look at the 401k later. But in this. But in this particular case, I mean, it sounds pretty good because, when you're banging them drums really hard, it's just a good vibes. But when you really want to get some of that bass solo in there and just like, really give it the bass, these work perfectly. Now, I'm curious about the plug-in attachment. You say it's Wi-Fi, but some people like it old school and like the physically plug it in. Will that work?
Well, I mean, you could do that. You could physically plug it in, but the condom itself is wireless and it works with an app, right? You download the app on your phone.
I'm tired of these apps on phones because they steal your identity. The last thing I want them to do is steal my vagina. Like, for fuck's sakes, like.
Well, I mean, if you like making sweet music in the bedroom, this one's for you. You try them out. They sent us a couple of samples.
Oh.
I'm still working with mine.
So tell me what your right hand thinks of it. How does it sound?
Well, I'm still practicing. I'm still learning how to.
I master debater like some of us.
I slapped the G string around, But,
okay. So let's get on to Jano.
Yeah, let's hold on. I need 1 second before we do that. I need to.
1 second. This guy's the habitual minute man.
Don't
look at me like that. Don't look at me
That's fair
like
enough. I need a re-enter. So before just
All right, I will
know.
introduce our guest. Our guest today, why he is re-entering and exiting and re-entering and exiting. Oh, I'm starting to get hot. We got our guest, Janos. Come on down. I'm probably fucking up your name. It happens.
Yes,
Come
you
on
did.
down. It's
Actually, you
Janos.
did.
It's a J. It's a J.
Hello, everybody. The name is Hano. I mean, think it this way.
Janos.
Hano, he's here.
Think it this
Hano.
way. I mean, think about this. I'm from South America, so our
Okay.
J sounds like your age. You know, it's something like that.
I like
Hano.
going down.
Hano.
So
So-
Hano, he's here from the band Smilodon or Smilodon.
Smilodon,
Over here.
actually. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
This is my band from Argentina.
He likes
we-
the down south smiles.
Yeah.
That's my.
And your album
my-
Ocular is out now, right? On Spotify
Yes.
and YouTube.
Yes.
You guys should check it out.
Actually, it's already 3 years old. Wow.
Nice.
It's been a long time.
Nice.
It's been a long time.
Move.
It's
Is
crazy.
it Move or Mueve? Do you pronounce it Mueve or Move the song? That's like one of my new
Mobe.
favorites.
It's like it's kind of weird because actually the pronunciation it's like with the Argentinian tone, you know, Mobe, you know.
Move. That's like one
Uh,
of my new favorite songs right there. That's like a really catchy
you
song.
liked it. Oh, cheers for that.
It's great. Let's get a cheers. for
Let's
that.
have a drink on that. Oh yeah.
What the hell?
There you go.
Anyway, yeah, thank you for coming on, Hano. We did
Thank
get
you
that
for
out of the way.
inviting me.
Pronounced Hano. Are you all right?
Hano?
Echo?
Yeah, I'm just drinking. I'm sorry. I pre-gamed a lot, you know, and so it's going to end up being a pretty good show at some
It's
point
not
until I run out of
pre-gaming
liquor.
when you whole game it before the show.
You know, I'm always worried because I've spilled more drinks on this show and I almost fucking did it again. This is not really here, okay?
No.
This is not really here. So,
That's
I'm
why I
worried
keep
about my
the table in
hardwoods.
front of me.
Afterwards tonight, I am painting my walls chroma key green. So I can't wait to see what my hardwoods look like afterwards. You know,
I
like,
can't wait to see what my wood looks like any day. Anyway,
you can't see your dick. He's a fat guy. Oh
God
man,
damn it!
he's a bastard
Wow.
micro penis. But we covered that 3 weeks ago.
No, it's not.
Wow.
Okay. Anyway,
So maybe
how you doing? How you
maybe
doing
you're
this
not
week?
up to the musical condoms then. Okay, all right, I understood.
Yeah, you could probably
You
use
know,
those, right?
I bet he
You
doesn't
make
use a
nice
Magnum.
music set. I use
Tidy whitey.
No, I got a Monster condom for my Magnum dong. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
so
Oh
Hano,
my
how's
God.
your weekend been? How you been doing? Or like in general, like through COVID and
But
shit.
actually, this is not the best. This wasn't the best weekend exactly. I was working the whole weekend. I was so pissed because I was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this weekend I will totally be doing a lot of
Yeah.
shit just to tell in the program on Tuesday, blah blah blah. Working the whole weekend. I'm so pissed about that. It was like, oh my god, I have nothing to tell, nothing less than, you know, I was working and working and working and working. I mean, I woke up
Yeah.
8 p.m. on Saturday and I finished work 8 p.m. And Sunday, same fucking thing. It's like, oh shit, come on. I want to hang out. I want to make new stories for these guys. Well, shit.
I mean,
But
that's
anyway.
fine. I mean, we appreciate you thinking about it.
It's
like
been
that.
it's been crazy anyway, and I could make some stories like yesterday. I've been hanging out at the
Mhm.
hot fucking tub. It was like whoa! I even
Nice.
had time for a hot tub. Okay, did I say hot
Oh.
two times? Whoa! Oh,
The
But
hot
that's
tub.
okay. I mean, there's a hot tub, and then there's like, oh my gosh, will this bitch get out tub? You know what I mean? Like, it's, you know, I'm trying to enjoy the view, but you know, that's
ever
usually
tried
when I
to-
leave.
you know what?
And
When you go to like a nice hotel, right? and then like
Oh,
me
don't
and
tell me you
Aquarius,
do it in the jacuzzi.
no, well, no,
Is
no,
that
no,
where
no,
all the
we-
bubbles come from? Jesus
Aquarius-
Christ, Doge.
I remember like a couple of years ago, Aquarius and I were like this really like
There's a prepared place.
fancy,
He wanted
Yeah.
to
fancy
tell the
hotel.
hot tub story just for
And-
him to tell that he made it on a hot tub.
Ah, shit.
He
God
enjoys
damn
the
it.
vibrating bed hotels that charge for the sheets and the how many hours.
Oh,
That's
No,
Nice.
thank you. That's like the easiest way to catch a fucking STD.
I mean, honestly, like, you know, you got to bring your own blacklight for those places. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't want to. You got to be prepared. Be like, look, I'm
Well, you
kind of
always
cheap
gotta
and
be
frugal. Like, I mean, I'm kind of cheap and frugal. Be like, oh, let's go to this place. Let's go to the Hilton. Let's go here. I'm like,
Mhm.
nah, let's go to the place that's $16 a night. We'll bring our own sheets and come prepared with the blacklight just in case. You
Turn
know?
on the black light. And
Nice.
it's like, ooh, this is my favorite Jackson Pollock painting.
Yes, I didn't know this place glows in the fucking dark. So,
Oh,
Giannis,
God.
tell us about your
Okay.
band. Like, you got to be the lead,
Yeah,
right?
tell us what the band.
Yeah, well, the band is actually it's like more an alternative rock band, like more a grunge band. We always looked after bands like Nirvana, Foo Fighters, bands like that, and
But
from there, I mean, we try to make our own shit, of course, but
Mhm.
those are our main bands that we looked after, and it's been a really wild way so
you
far.
have to have like some serious like
Groupies?
drive.
oh,
Huh? No, no, no.
I guess.
Tell me about your groupies.
Actually-
You must have some serious groupies. No, that's not what I was asking. I was saying
That's right where my
Like the-
mind goes, though.
the drive you need to have to like
Oh,
keep
you
a band.
wish.
Like
You need a
fucking-
good drive if you're going to have a groupie.
Mm.
I mean, you know. Anyway, so what's your drive? Talk to us about your drive.
Yeah, what's
to
what's
be the
your-
musician and like you
My
want to be
drive.
beat
Oh my
time?
god. Well, I mean, at
It's
first,
the free pizza.
I mean, always the main thing about being a musician, it's all because of the free food, of course.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need to get into music.
Mm.
the free pizza and free beer. What
Free-
else do you
Free
want?
beer, yeah. You play
Yeah.
at the dive bars and you get free beers and
Exactly.
a slice of pizza.
And just think it
You
this
work
way,
for
if
chicken
you
wings.
if you make friend with the bartender, it's like, oh yeah, here you get some beers, but don't tell the owner of the place. Blah blah blah. Get in there.
Well, I
You
do
get
like when they
paid in
break a
beer.
little bread.
Oh,
I'm-
all right.
uh,
Oh,
anyway,
Yes.
I'm
Maybe-
sorry. It's
Yeah.
been a while since my last relationship, so it's like, like
Aw.
2 weeks have gone by, and I'm like kind of hurting right now. I'm about ready to
get
start
there.
humping on a chair. Like it's kind of.
You'll get there. You'll get there, polite.
You know what I
ladies
mean?
and
Like I ran
gentlemen,
out of
if you would
batteries like 2 weeks,
if
like
you would
a
like
week
to
ago.
apply, if you would like to apply as Eppolite's boyfriend or girlfriend, I don't think she,
I don't
think
discriminate my
you
affections.
don't discriminate.
Like it's,
Send us an
I
email
don't.
at 5 o'clock, 5somewhereshow@gmail.com.
and be our guest. They don't call it the
Yeah.
hot seat for a reason.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's her casting.
The
Sorry if
casting
it's a bit
couch.
sticky, Hannah. Yeah, I forgot to clean
I
it.
don't know what happened.
I
think I
something.
reported.
Something
He's
we
a
always
musician.
ask,
He's used to it.
He's used
Nah.
to it. Yeah.
No, I'm not that used to it.
Okay, so,
But I'm used to it.
so something we always ask our guests here is like, what's one of the most kind of embarrassing things you've done while drunk, or what's like one of the weirdest shit you've seen? And being from a band and like constantly playing bars, I think, like what do you?
I
have,
got a few.
like, that's
Yeah,
been-
I got a few.
yeah. Why don't you go ahead and talk to us about that?
Well,
Talk to us.
one of the first ones. It was like I think it was maybe 5 years ago. It was not so long ago. 5 or 6 years ago. I threw up 3 times on the same event. 3
Jesus
times.
Christ.
My God. I mean, I've been drinking from 3 p.m. till midnight. So as you can imagine, I threw up my
Jeez.
life. But I was mixing stuff up. I mean, I
Yeah.
drank beer, whiskey, liquor, Fernet,
You
everything.
should.
Everything
So,
you can imagine, I was drinking it.
I gotta
Of
ask,
course,
where was
water.
the
You have
show?
a-
Like Mexico? Because like I heard of Montezuma's
No.
Revenge, but goddamn.
No,
You know what I
that-
mean?
We
that
have
actually-
this thing, right? Where
Tequila
it's
went
that's
bad.
the best part. That's the best part. It wasn't even a show. It was a birthday party. It wasn't even a show.
So if you want to book him for your next child's birthday party, we will give you his email.
I think that would be the best. Yeah.
I would love to know.
Look at
I
that.
would love to know your Yelp.
Rose
I would love-
to do a child party. Oh my god.
I would love to know his Yelp review. But like, fucking guy played a great, solo, but then he got drunk, threw up 3 times, and hit on my wife and anything with a vagina that evening.
Slept with my wife. 10 out of 10. Went higher again.
I kid had an
told you,
amazing
you
birthday,
shouldn't
but I
tell
lost
these
my wife
things
in the
public.
process.
I told you guys. My god. I told you to keep that secret. Damn.
Oh my god.
Oh, nice.
And the other one,
Mm.
the other one, this was like 10 years ago. I was, not 10 years, 9 years ago. I was just beginning
We're not keeping track.
at the underground scene.
Yeah.
I was young and stupid, and I was dating 3 girls at the same time. That was something like, it was terrible because it
my.
was like,
Yeah.
it was terrible indeed because it was something like, okay, yeah, and I made the terrible mistake to tell the 3 of them I'm a fucking musician in this band. So the 3 of them came to the show.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh my
better be
god, the
poly.
karma is a fucking bitch, and then you die. That's true. I almost died.
Jeez
that
Christ.
I-
You
I've had an experience like that. Not me personally. Like I was bartending.
Uh,
She was
I mean,
one of the
wait,
3.
quick thing is he breaking up to you or just me?
are you? Oh, Hano.
Hello?
Yeah,
I
do
had
us
to
a favor.
re-enter?
Yeah,
Yeah, if
he
he re-enters, I will tell you the story about that happening to me. Like not me personally. So I was working, and the day before Valentine's Day, this guy comes in, and he drops like he's with some girl. You know what I mean? She was kind of trifling looking, but whatever. Like I don't judge, or maybe I just did. But he dropped like a fat, like $25 tip down on me. Winked at me, smiled, and was like, "All right, cool." And I'm like, "All right, I don't know what this is about, but whatever, you know." And it was awesome. And then the next day, the same guy comes in to my bar, but with a different woman with a ring on. And he again drops another $25 tip down. And I realized that this lady is more classy, refined. You know what I mean? She didn't look like a freak in the sheets like the other girl did. So,
Oh, but
you
those
know,
are the
like,
best.
yeah, but so I was like, okay. So this dude brought his wife, like, and I wasn't going to say anything. The guy dropped a $25 tip on me. So I'm like, my mouth was fucking shut. You know what I mean? Like, you know. So the next day after Valentine's Day, he brings in a 3rd girl. And I'm thinking to myself, I can't even like balance my fucking checkbook. And this guy's trying to multitask 3 bitches in like 3 different days. Like, you know what I mean? Like, holy shit. But yeah, Jano, like at least you gotta tell him like some other bullshit story than I'll visit you at your show. So what was the fight like at that show? Because you know, I've
Well,
seen a couple home wreckers at Red Lobster my first year in Florida. Somebody was getting their Cheddar Bay biscuits from a different place, let me tell you. Okay.
Okay. So,
They got that
was
scampi
really-
sauce.
it was really funny because it was December. You know, here in Argentina in December, it's summer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
and,
summertime.
it was as hot as hell, you know. And
Sounds
place
hot.
where we were performing, it was so fucking small, and they didn't even have an air conditioner. You might think that this is like an unnecessary data, but it is. So it was hot in there, and it was terrible. I was fucking dying, you know, and I mean, I was sweating, and I just realized once. I mean, the stage had this huge curtain that once the show begins, it goes
Mhm.
up, you know. And
That's
then
usually-
I saw finally, I saw who was there, who was there.
Oh,
in the
boy.
show.
I could I can
And,
imagine them like one of them's like,
and
hey,
I-
that's
I
my
bet your first
boyfriend.
song
And then
sounded like shit.
the other transfer,
It
I was
was
like, hey,
like-
that's my boyfriend.
I was like, you
I'm
know,
fucking
seeing all
him.
these
No,
people,
I'm fucking him. Bitch, what the
It was
fuck? I'm his
terrible.
wife.
I saw the three of them. None of them were hanging out, so that was cool. That was like, okay, they are at
Yeah.
different places.
Yeah.
And then I saw one of them going to the bar, buying a beer, and started to hang out with one of the other two. And I was like, oh
Mm.
no, no,
Oh,
no, no.
God.
And all that,
Oh.
but all of this while I was performing, you know? And, you know,
Mhm.
I was sweating already. Imagine there. I was fucking, I was the fucking Niagara Falls, you know? It was terrible. I mean, it was terrible. And,
Maybe if your
well,
dick wasn't
you know,
Niagara Falling, everybody, it might not happen.
Oh, shit. I mean, it was terrible. And after the show ends, I mean, the backstage, it's behind the stage. Maybe you think, okay, this is normal, the backstage. No, I mean, in Argentina, it's not that usual. We kind of, our backstage is just, you know, the entrance or our fucking cars. And
Sounds like most
and-
shitty clubs I've been in.
it was, so this was terrible. And I was at the backstage. At the backstage, it was a fucking box. You know, it was so small. Every band was in there. We were like 15 people in there, sweating, having you know, it was terrible. And I didn't want to go out because I would have to face the fucking truth that I was so fucking screwed.
You mean
And,
you'd have to face the music?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
You
like
know?
Yeah, and the music was like da 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 da.
You know, I think I learned something. There in Argentina, the backstage is not like ours. It's in the back. Like I had no idea the backstage was in the back. Like it's kind of it's kind of like an opening experience
Yeah.
right now for me.
Sometimes it's in the back, you know.
Sometimes
back
people
of
like it in
the
the front. Hey, I'm sorry. What was that?
Yeah.
So I we do have
The
some.
thing is, the last part of the thing, it was like
Mhm.
I didn't get out of the fucking backstage like until 3 or 4 hours after the show ended. You
I
know?
mean, you turning me
stayed
on. You
there.
keep talking about hitting the backstage, going upstage,
Yeah.
going hitting a whole mess of stages. Like,
I was sitting there
are we
for
talking about
3 hours.
music or my dating life? Like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
we're talking about
hey,
music. I told you. And,
hey,
you know, at
Daddy.
some point, my band came looking after me, and they were like, "Okay, man, are you coming out?" And I was like, all
Yeah, are you
sweating
coming
and
out or
all that.
what? Because no, I wasn't on the pill at the time.
And,
So just
and I said like, "Hey, don't worry, it's fresh in here, you know." It was
It's
like-
fresh. It is fresh in here.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anyway,
well, I do try to keep it clean.
We have a couple photos Hana wanted to share with us to talk
Yes.
about. What's going on?
If
in
it's
this one?
another dick pic, I don't want to see it. I already got that on my phone.
Oh, this one. This picture, it was the day we released Ocular, our first album.
Oh, nice.
We did
Mhm.
a live release, and it was full of people. It was the first time we were performing for so many people. I mean, we're not used
Nice.
to having, you know, massive audience so far. I mean, we're not famous or something like that. We are not. And this was great. It was full of colleagues, musicians, of friends, and people that heard our stuff on Spotify, and you can look. By the way, you can look for us on Spotify.
Yes, look for
And,
Spotify.
and it was full of people. This show, the attendance was 214 people, something like that.
Nice.
It was
nice.
a full house. It was a full house, and it was.
I like
it
that
was
show.
amazing.
Bob Saget.
Now, Doge. I see like a couple people struggling to look in here. Do you do what your wife asks you? Can you make the next one a little bit bigger? Can you make it bigger for us, please?
That's definitely what she said.
You know what, Eppolite? Anyway,
Oh my
you are
goodness.
with this other photo here.
This one is great.
Aww. Group
This
of
was actually it's kind of funny because this was our last show before the pandemic. I mean,
Oh man.
it was this is the last picture we have together before everything went to shit. But
Band broke up.
It's a great reminder that music is family. These guys are my fucking family. The family I chose. The family I've chosen. And this was probably one of our best shows ever. It was at this huge avenue. Not avenue. The revenue.
Did you see what he did? He was like, it was a huge avenue.
Well, I mean, you've been keeping busy, right? Like after the pandemic, and
sounds hot.
shut up. You have been performing shows on AltspaceVR as well, right?
Oh no, you're not talking about that. Oh, sorry. sorry.
We have this one here, which is the shows you have been performing and hosting on AltspaceVR as well. I believe.
Yes, this is the pictures I gave you. This is from the last show. One person created a huge stage, the amphitheater, and it looks amazing. And we got a huge attendance too in this one. Actually, it went pretty good. And actually, I'm seeing that many of the people in here were there. So thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, it was nice. You're covering some Nirvana songs, which was really cool. I saw you perform that.
Yeah.
I actually saw you perform in person myself. I'll be honest. Like, I hate live music. I am that person who
Wow.
I mean, this one guy wanted to take me somewhere special, so he took me to where like his friend was performing. And all I could think of the whole time was like, Jesus Christ, this guy ain't getting none tonight. Like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I am not, but I actually enjoyed your music. Like, you were like one of two people, Aquarius being the other, who was in this room, that I could actually tolerate without taking my headset off for. So, like, I'll be honest, like, it was pretty good. I was like, oh. You know what I mean? Like, but anyway, continue.
That's a compliment and a half. Here you are with some AltspaceVR friends. Why don't you tell us what's going on in there?
Well, this is great. This was at an Eagle Lord's party. Eagle Lord is actually here. It's back there. It's one of
Eagle Lord.
Hey, Eagle Lord.
One of the best party hosts ever.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good. I've seen him. He does throw some mean fucking parties.
Great. This was actually one of the first party I attended, and this turned to be the first meeting of the Leather Jacket band. We're all wearing leather jackets.
Oh.
That's true. I get it now.
And
you get it now? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, there is the VIP room if you want to make it private, but
okay. So I need to ask, what's this? It says the return of the fajita of truth.
The fajita of truth.
The fajita of truth. I need to know what that is.
What?
Some of us like to eat taco. So tell us.
Me? I don't know what's the fajita fruit. I don't know. I don't know about that.
Oh, there's Lay's potato chip and a taco. Nice.
Yes.
That's my kind of night.
Yeah, let's have
You're
Eagle Lord tell us about that.
Yeah, let's
fajita
get
truth.
him on.
If you click the raise
Yeah.
hand button, we can give you a megaphone.
Yeah, we should do questions today. Like, if you have a
Yeah.
question, let
Yeah,
us
if
know,
any of you have questions, go ahead
and
let
we
us
will
know.
try not to be drunk enough to forget this time.
So, Eagle Lord, what is the fajita of
So
truth?
the fajita,
Uh-oh.
Oh,
it's
there
a
you go.
fajita
Oh,
that I
nope, I
made,
hear
and
him.
I thought it looked really delicious. So I took a
Mm.
picture of it, and I just put a picture of it in here. It looked really good.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
I just called it the fajita.
This
truth.
guy is the way to my heart. Fajitos,
Yes.
tacos, pictures.
Fajitas.
I'm fucking there.
Parties.
Are you? Are you there?
Parties. Also. And you
So
can
also-
get as drunk as fucking there.
Shameless plug, if you want to be a guest on our show, our email is 5somewhereshow@gmail.com. Just thought I'd put that
This
there.
is you and the Scooby Gang. What's going on?
Oh, yeah. I met the Scooby-Doo gang. Look at that. Mysteries Inc.
Yay.
I met them. They're cool. They're cool. I mean, look at Scooby-Doo over there.
I was going to say, Scooby ain't never looked so sexy. Hey, Dad. Hey, Mommy.
Scooby-Doo never
How
looked
are you?
so hot. Wow.
I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate.
We know.
That's
And,
hilarious. I like
the Altspace speakers, I picked them because
Well, you got to
you
worry
know,
about pregnancy,
uh,
too. You know what I
it's-
mean? Like, you don't need to worry about that. You know, like...
wow.
Wow. That was the
Well, I mean, honestly,
Saying this
that's the
all,
best
I mean-
birth control ever. You got the pill, or you can just like stay away from allergic substances like penis. So it's all good.
Wow.
All right, well, Eppolite, I believe it's time that we talk about our last sponsor of the evening. What do you think?
Oh, I think so. We have our friend Sergius, who is going to be doing
Our-
our show as our MC
Yep.
and other stuff. He is the best bullshitter you've ever heard.
Sergius is the professional sponsor person here. So he's here to talk about another sponsor of ours tonight, our last sponsor of the evening. As always, our sponsors are the way we keep the show afloat, pay for our
Always stay
alcohol.
blue.
And-
mhm.
If you have any questions, raise your hand now. If you have a
Exactly.
question
if you
for
have any
Hanos,
questions for Hano or any of us, we'll answer literally any question you can have. It doesn't even have to be
Come on,
related to
Hanos.
like music
Even-
or
yeah.
anything. Any question in the world, we'll answer it. Anyway,
Ask whatever you want.
if you would like to sponsor the show,
except
by the
for
way,
marriage,
you can email us
ask
at
anything you want.
fivesomewhereshow@gmail.com.
Anyway,
Anyway, with that,
Doge, I have a question while you're doing this. So, Hanos, have you ever had anybody, like, just hypothetically kind of like straddling, the bass, like woofer in time and just, like on stage or anything? Because, like, not that I know from experience, but I know that some people might think that feels good. So have you ever had anybody at any of your shows do that?
Not actually. No.
Oh,
All right.
man.
That was
All right, so,
disappointing.
our last sponsor
Kind of
of
a
the
disappointment
evening.
in my career so far.
Our last sponsor of the
My
evening
friend said it's
is
amazing.
It's from lovemeplenty.com. Love Me
Oh.
Plenty always
It's a good
supplies us
company.
with great products.
Delight it
They
burns.
are a sex toy oriented kind of company. But here you
I
are.
own stock,
Love Me
I own
Plenty,
stock.
New product.
Once it spins around.
Spin it.
There it goes.
Oh,
I mean, rubber line
No
anti
more
soul. Oh, jeez.
nice.
Alrighty, hello everybody. I'm Sergius. I've got an MS and BS, and I'm here to bring you the Love Me Plenty rubber line anti-soil underwear. Now, this might sound like rubber-lined granny pants, but I tell you, it is way sexier than that. Just look at what she's wearing. It is pure, sexy lasagna.
That's
does it
right.
get a little messy? Does it get a little messy in the bedroom? You know, he finishes in you, and then the hormones are done, and then you're like, oh shit, now I gotta clean this crap up. Well, no more. You pull up one of these things, and you don't have to deal with that jizz until the next morning. Then that's when all your regrets come to light, don't you? So this rubber-lined anti-soil underwear is made with our patented jizz-proof, leak-proof, pee-proof technology. We took some inspiration from toddlers training rubber liners, made it a little more adult-centered, you know, ages 18. That's my wall again. I mean, for those 18 plus, I will hit the wall. I'm wearing a pair right now.
I
You will hit
love
the wall.
I
in
love when he
excitement.
hits the wall. Hey, Daddy, hit it.
Oh
And
my
1 and
gosh.
2 and 3. Oh,
Oh, honey, I'm too gay for that.
oh no.
These come in a multitude of colors. You could get them the nude colors, which we have a variety of skin tones, even android blue, like I am. I'm wearing them right now. I'm wearing nothing but blue anti-soil rubber underwear. It is pretty nice. Also, too embarrassed to wear Depends, these will work just fine too. Piss, jizz, shit, it's all gonna stay in there.
Ain't
Oh,
nothing when you got a big guy blowing it out.
wow.
Nothing's getting out of these trousers. What happens in the pants stays in the pants. You can get. We've got a great COVID-19 deal right now, so that you and your lover can get a pair, one each. You choose the color, and then it'll be $20 for both, plus processing and handling, and we'll throw in a pair of edible underwear, recycled edible underwear. Yours
Recycled
free. So yes, lovemeplenty.com. No more messes. Buy
No
our
more
rubber
messes.
underwear.
No more messages.
Thank you, Sturgis, for coming up
Wow.
on stage and promoting that product.
I'm
That's
fine
Such
with
a good
Sturgis,
product.
always great. All right, so while
I
I,
mean,
while I,
I got-
re-enter the stage again, go ahead and
Well, I have a question personally, Sergio. So, I mean, you know more about the product than I do. I mean, I was just curious. Like the last time I had like an aviola cream sauce, it had like a hint of silicone. Like, what do these taste like? Is there like a aftertaste of this product, or is it just?
I would not recommend licking the underwear because it does kind of taste like Alfredo sauce for reasons that we are not fully clear on. So in rare instances, it'll
Damn.
taste like lasagna sauce too, which that could spice up the bedroom, but it's something to be prepared for.
Well, are these
Ooh.
made by Italians? Like, holy shit! Like, I don't.
spicy.
Just
Spicy.
pasta
You know what I
lovers
mean?
in general.
I mean, did Olive Garden have
All
like a
right, so
process in
if
making these?
anybody would like to ask us any random question, go ahead and click the raise hand button. We will take questions for a couple minutes, and then we'll end
Courtney
the
has
show with
one.
a special little thing with Hano right now. He's gonna
Courtney,
sing us a
Whoa.
song.
you are on megaphone. What is your question?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got a question for Hano. But
Oh.
before I ask, I just want to say that Hano's real name is actually Jano Volcano.
Oh.
Great.
So just make sure you call him Jano Volcano.
Jano
Volcano.
Jano, I've got a question for
Don't
you.
go
Come
anywhere.
back.
We have a
Is
casting
that-
couch in the back.
Jano.
Is that your porn star name?
Yeah.
Jano.
He
run
just
away.
overflows with hot liquid.
Okay, so Cheboludo, Jano.
Oh.
My question is, have you ever been to Penn Island?
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Apparently, yes. Okay.
I don't know what this is about, but this shit's getting good.
Okay. Yeah. Definitely sounds to you better when you look for when you look it up on Google. Just look Penny Island on Google, and then you go something like you just go for the PENISLAND. And there we go. There's
You've
your-
been to a penal islands? I'm sure you can get all the sausages in the cart there.
and
Penis land.
So is that a long
And,
island or a small island?
actually,
Does it
she
grow?
used an Argentinian expression. Oh my god, she used the che boludo thing. Wow, che boludo is like an Argentinian expression of hey man. Hey,
I'm not.
Chumbawamba?
I'm not Argentinian. We have like a completely different dialect of Spanish, right? Because
Yeah,
I am.
Yes,
Mm,
we do.
I am Mexican.
We are
so
completely
do.
hated
You're
in all of
Mexican?
South America.
I
You just-
didn't know that. I mean, I'll be honest. The only Spanish I know is "Ay, papi, papi, bueno, ay, ay, ay."
Oh,
Maybe that's the only Spanish.
We do
I don't
have
even
like
know
a
what it
completely
means,
different
but at
dialect
the
of
sa-
Spanish. but-
I mean, he seems to like it, so you know.
Oh,
You know, I'm a
wanna find out?
softball. I'm a
Oh.
softball girl. I don't mind if I have to, like, grind out a double or a single if I have to. So, you know. But anyway,
Well, that's nice. So what does it? What does it
Anymore?
mean? It means what's up, dude, or what?
Something like that, yeah. I mean, actually, boludo, it's like asshole, but in Argentina, we say it so often that it actually turns
Yeah,
into
We
like
have-
kind of dude, but more aggressive.
yeah.
Dude.
We have
Yeah.
something else like similar, like cabron. Hey,
Cabrón,
cabron.
exactly. Just like
Cabrón.
cabrón.
I don't know. So
Exactly.
I heard if you say that and you're like, from what's that place, Puerto Rico, it means different than if you're like from, from like, I don't know, Mexico Spanish. It's kind of a thing in the kitchen, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of like an East Coast, West Coast shit. If you say it, one means fuck your mother, the other one means like, hey, what's going on? So
All right.
so there's like some dickweed who's like, hey, cabrón, and like
Good
he got
question from
jumped by the
J-Bone.
kitchen staff, like literally. And I'm like, oh, okay.
J-Bone.
But then the other side of the kitchen staff was like,
Is
he's
there a
cool.
question?
He's
Is
used,
that a question? Oh, he does have
Yeah.
okay. J-Bones has a question.
J-Bone's got a question.
So, talking in the musical condoms, I want to know from all three of you, what would be your
Alright.
song of choice?
What would be the what?
What would be your song of choice?
Oh, dude, Wonderwall. of course.
Okay. Wonderwall is yours.
Wonderwall.
Really?
on.
Oh my god.
That's how his wife
No,
keeps
you
coming
know-
back.
you know-
I would
no,
have
you know what? No.
even the Wham song, you know?
The Wham song.
The web.
Yeah, I
Another
mean,
song.
I'll
Actually, if I-
always be. If there's always a morning after, to be like, holy shit, I slept with you. How fucking drunk was I? Like, but anyway,
I will actually choose a Lenny Kravitz song. Lenny Kravitz is so porn, you know?
Mm.
All of my life, where I
Oh my
could
God.
be.
Yeah.
I wonder if I'll ever see you again. And, you know, something like that.
I usually don't see them again.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
Alrighty.
live free.
We're gonna
Any
have
other questions?
I don't think we have any other questions. I think we're gonna go ahead and close out with a song by Hana over here.
Okay.
Hana,
Is this going
what
to give me a
about-
copyright strike? If it's going to give me a copyright strike, I don't.
No, it's not. It's not gonna give you a copyright.
Why a cup of coffee? You should bring a fucking whiskey.
Wait, what? How do we go from copyright strike to whiskey?
I think you've been
I mean,
think
I
so.
don't mind.
It's an Argentinian thing, okay? You wouldn't understand.
Ah.
Okay.
You would never
Okay.
understand.
I mean, I've had Colombian coffee before. I mean, if you ever want to get like, woken up, there you go.
All right, go ahead, take it
That's
away.
not
man.
someone else's like,
So-
woman. That's
For this song, I want to bring someone special to this place. Probably you should give him like stage access or something. It's
For who?
actually for my very friendly bot that is over here in front of this. Look at him! Look at him! Look at the robot
There
Hano!
he is.
Look
Oh,
at that!
Robo,
Look at him!
okay.
Say hi to
If
him!
you could
Robo Hano.
if you click the raise hand button for Robo Hano,
Oh.
you can give him stage access.
Oh,
For you.
wait. Okay,
I
so
wonder if he's like friends with an obnoxious fan. We were gonna name him
I-
drunk fan or obnoxious drunk, but just in case.
There we go.
Well, I
there
was-
we go. Here you go.
Or Sergius's boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I think that would be a little bit too stiff upper lip for us, but. Whoa.
My mic. There we go. Okay, so I will stay over here with the speakers while I am performing with my headset. There we go. That should do it. This is kind of strange. This is the way
I
I
am
played
drunk.
on the last show, you know?
Okay.
Sure. Go ahead.
Rum and Coke, here I go. Fucking live music. But he's okay. He's actually pretty good.
Sorry for that. This was just improvised before I asked you if you wanted this. Okay.
That's usually
Here
what
we go.
happens. I hear an echo. Fuck, I am drunk. I don't know how I'm gonna paint the fucking house today. Okay. So,
That was probably the best show you guys have done yet.
thank you.
It was really good.
And I kept my shirt on.
Take care.